Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. I'm here to do a Take 5 challenge from the MeWe media junk journaling group. MeWe is sort of like Facebook, so we have a junk journaling group over there. That's what it's called, junk journaling. If you want to come over anytime and join, feel free. This is Take 5 Challenge 7. And the 5 things that we have to do for this one is 1, use something from your recycle bin. 2, something that is transportation. 3, a sequence of numbers. 4, something that is red. And 5, rubber stamping. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And I'm making something for my circus journal, which I won't finish till fall. This my something from the recycle bin. I pulled a card out that had doilies on it, and I had thrown it in my paper recycling, and I cut some off each side so that it was a tag size. I still have to cut the corners, but then, and I'll leave this hole for putting the ribbon in. So I'm going to start with that. I have a piece of paper. This is from an old calendar that I'm going to be gluing on here on the front to cover the doily part. And I'll put coffee dyed paper on the back. It's like whenever I do a video lately, it seems like I can't think of a word. And it's like a word I use all the time, and I think about it, and it's like I cannot remember it. And then I feel silly. Okay, so I'm going to put this paper on. Kind of got some things ready ahead of time so that wouldn't be super long. And I'm going to lay this on. Make sure it's the side without the writing on. Okay. And I'll cut this excess off. I'm going to put paper on the back as well, so I'm not going to cut the hole out yet, but I am going to kind of poke a hole so I can see where it is. And later I'll cut that out. So that's going to be the front of the tag. And I've got some coffee dyed paper that I'm going to put on the back to cover this up and give journaling space. Go this way. Probably I will end up sewing around the tag when I'm all finished with it for this one. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Let me cut the excess off. I'm going to decorate before I cut this hole out, because I want the glue to dry a little bit. But I can do this. got this card cut so I can just slide it from side to side and make the tag shape. Now for the challenge, you could make anything you want. I mean, you didn't have to be a tag, but I'm making a tag for mine. You could make a pocket, whatever you wanted, as long as you met the criteria and found the things that you needed. So, so far the only thing I've got done is from the recycle bin. But, oh, I've got red. I have the background is red. I have a little more red to do. I took a piece of coffee dyed paper that I'm going to put on here. And because what I'm putting on, it would just be lost if it was on the polka dots. Art glitter glue. And that's going to go on here. And I had distressed that already. I haven't distressed the card itself though. So what's going to go on here? I have a piece of paper that's going to go like across here. So I think I'll glue that on right away. I hear my kitty. Yeah. I have two kitties. This is just another piece off of a piece of paper that was also, I had a calendar years ago that was for scrap. They were all like to put a photograph on. It was a scrapbook paper. Okay, so next, and I need to distress this. I didn't do that yet. I made cut out of a piece of cardstock that had circus stuff on it. One of these, because I always remembered elephants would stand on these little, I don't know, they're almost like an ottoman or something. Or they would stand and balance on them and things when I saw the circus. So I put that because I'm going to have an elephant on it. And I fussy cut this out of a piece of scrapbook paper. And he is going to be on top of this. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay. All right. And then I got this fussy cut, this little bear riding a bicycle, tricycle, whatever, out of the same piece of scrapbook paper that this was in, and he's going to be put on here, and he is my something that is transportation, is this bike here, or trike. Looks more like a tricycle to me, except you can only see one back wheel. And he's going to be riding this little trike right here. And the other thing, I kind of stamped this ahead. I have these number stamps. So I stamped 3 numbers in a row for my number sequence using Stays On Jet Black on coffee dyed paper. And that is going to go on right here. Thought about doing a different one on camera just because my center one isn't stamped as dark, but then I thought, oh, whatever, it'll be fine. So there we go with that. So rubber stamping, sequence of numbers, transportation, red, and the recycle bin is that. Now let me see if I can cut this hole. Don't know how this is going to work. Never done this before. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. I think it's easier to just do a poke your own hole for sure. Try a little bit smaller scissors too. It might be easier. Who would have thought the hardest part of making this tag would be cutting this out? Should have done is traced it on the paper and cut it out ahead of time. If I ever do it again, that's what I would do. I could just make a tracing of it. Because this is hard because I can't tell where the edges are. And not the neatest looking cutting job either. I'm going to do this. Well, I'll just have to look at the ribbon that we put on instead of that hole. And I'm going to put the ribbon on. But I believe I am planning to stitch around here. So I don't want to put the ribbon in 100%. But this is the ribbon I'm going to put on. And it'll be, I'll glue it so that it's like this. Oops. There's tape on there. I always pin my ribbon on things, but this is some I got at a yard sale. I still have to get that off. Oh, there. It's going to look like that with some stitching around it. So that is my MeWe interpretation for challenge 7. Something from the recycle bin, transportation, sequence of numbers, something that's red, and rubber stamping. And I actually could rubber stamp something on the back. I have this that is a piece of corrugated cardboard. And if I put, see if this will work. I should have probably used the permanent one instead of the Distress ink. Well, we'll see how it works. If it works. If it works. Not too good. Permanent it will be. I have this black, but I also have brown. That's better. It's not, you know, totally on there, but it's got some lines that you can kind of follow if you wanted to write on the back. So I used extra rubber stamping. So this one wasn't, otherwise this one was double duty for stamping and the numbers. So that's it. And that's it from Carol at Friendly Quail. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope I was in camera enough, because sometimes I know I'm not. And so I've been really trying to be better at that. But this is my tag for the challenge. So thanks for coming and watching, and I hope you got some ideas. It's lots of fun to do the challenge. Why don't you try it and show me what you made? All right. So this is Carol from Friendly Quail saying bye.